Now, this trip you went on the Warburtons, were you back by any company, or did you?
No, we just...
How many of you were there?
Me and my brother Wally,
Yeah.
Bill Tucker,
Yeah.
and Fred Winley, the interpreter.
Fred Winley.
Winley, yeah, a black fellow from South Australia.
He was your interpreter.
He was the interpreter.
He was the one that, if you met any Aborigines, he could interpret for you.
Yeah, he interpreted, but they used to go away. He wouldn't shift without me. They reckon they might have killed him. Yeah. So he wouldn't shift me. Of course, we had 3 revolvers. Of course, we used to tie the camels. We used to always camp on top of the hill, tie the camels all around it. We had 9 camels in fact, and we used to tie the camel. Every camel had a bell on. You hear the camel jump up, there's somebody sneaking around. You hear the bell rattle, they'll wake you up, you see.
Like a watchdog.
I used to get out and fire a 3-0, end up in the air. And you just see with the track speed, and they'd run away.
So you really you'd had to be a bit careful.
Oh, you had to be careful. Oh, I mean, you couldn't stick your neck out.
What tribes are out that way? What's the name of the tribe? Because the fellow from South Australia was puzzling me that if he'd know their dialect, why not somebody from here?
No, this is a different language here, you see.
But so that must have been more...
Yeah, that's more or less from what they call, you know where Daisy Bates was?
Yeah.
What do you call it?
Oh, I forget where she was, but that was up the coastline country.
Mission Range. From that thing, there's a line going straight up north towards the Warburton Range, up the Townsend Range, see? They had that one dialect.
So that's why you had that native from South Australia? Yeah. And you were out on Lassiter for about 4 months and you got nothing. So that money you boys put into it was just wasted.
Nothing but, I mean, we got a few dogs and that sort of thing, but...
that you didn't get too much, I suppose.
No. We got nothing out of it.
Except experience.
No, I mean, they were cheap. You see, you bought a bag of flour for £2.10, 150 pounds of flour. We had 2 bags of flour, one on each side of the camel, and a 70-pound bag of sugar on top. Case of tinned dog. That's 5 dozen used to be in a case of tinned dog. Of course, we lived off the land.
And that's right. If I want to use the little bits that you've given me, any of this stuff you've given me, can I use it? Even a bit about Lassiter's Reef?
Oh yeah.
So okay. Because I'm not sure yet what I'll be using till I start it. I know there's something here I heard, and I wanted. You said that there was a man who used to strip when he was drunk. A remittance man. Now, where the hell was he?
Oh, Bill Vincent.
Bill Vincent?
Yeah, Bill Vincent.
Where was this happen? Where did this used to happen?
This happened down at what's name, Israelite Bay, you see. He's a remittance man. Of course, a place called Tuckagin, that's 8 miles from Point Malcolm. He started a little place there. He's a remittance man. Of course, he used to get his money every month or whenever you sent it out to him. And of course, he's a heavy boozer, very heavy boozer. Matter of fact, he brought him all the sheep up here for Balladon station. And went in, no sooner he got drunk, he checked all his clothes off.
This was in Kalgoorlie?
In Kalgoorlie. In Annan Street, he checked all his clothes off when he got drunk.
It wouldn't last long.
No, they picked him up, of course. Will Ponton was up here, the owner of the Balladon station, you see. He soon sent him on his way out.
Yeah, he was one of the wild boys down there. There would be some real characters around, I suppose.
Yeah.
But
I mean, there's no harm in them.
No harm, no. You've done your trip to the Warburton. Now, what did you do after that? What did you take on after that?
I come back to Thomas River Station.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, no, I went up Shearington.
That's right, you went up Shearington.
I went up to Bidgemire Shearing, and when I come back to Thomas River Station. Yeah. Worked there to 31. Yeah. No, 33.
What were you doing? Just working on the station?
Oh, just working, helping my brother out and the Choppin family.
Oh, but they had 2.
They were in partners with my brother at Thomas River Station.
What brother?
Wally.
Wally. And what did you say, the Choppin family?
Choppin, yeah.
Choppin.
Yeah.
C-H-O-P-I-N.
C-H-O-P-I-N. Choppin. And they're the family there, of course. Then I went from there to Espers. I worked on the jetty at Espers.
Did you?
On that new jetty that they built. I was with a crane crew there. Then I went from there to Northland. And started last time.
That's when you helped find the little girl.
Yeah, no, this is years before. This is 34. Yeah. You remember the riot that...
The riots here,
Yeah.
34.
Well, I was in Esperance then.
When the riots were on.
Yeah, 34, wasn't it? Yeah. Well, 35 I come up to Northern.
Yeah.
Got a job, of course. I knew I went to school in that old town and I got married in that old town.
Yeah.
So I got a job there straight away. Nothing to work out being a footballer. I got a job straight away.
You used to play footy, did you?
Oh yeah, I was captain coach of Northern Town.
Were you?
Yeah.
And you said you went to school there. Did you come in from the station?
From the station. Went there in 1911.
Did you stay?
Did
you stay with people in Norseman?
Yeah, Ambrosius.
So you boarded with them while you went to school?
While I went to school. But I only had 2 years schooling.
2 years official schooling, yeah.
So then I went to Northern, got a job, played football there. In 1938, my wife now, she come up there as a waitress in Maverick's restaurant.
Mm. Maverick's?
Maverick's, yeah. And she went there waitress, and of course, just to spite the other girl that I was knocking around with, I used to be treasurer of the Druids Lodge, and I was treasurer of the Butts Lodge, you see, the 2 lodges at the same time. So it is a ladies' night at the Druids. I said to Lil, I said, oh, this new waitress, I said, now, what's the name, what about, do you like dancing? Oh, she said, I love dancing. She do a lot of dancing. So on the Wednesday night, she changed shift with a girl named Eileen Murphy so she could go out. She went out that night and we went together ever since, and we got married 12 months after.
Oh, well, that was... Well, you didn't get married very young then, were you? How old?
No, I was 35.
35, yeah.
Oh, I was sown all my wild oats.
So then you're ready to settle down?
Ready to settle down. Well, we got married, and Doris never come along till 2 years after.
Mm-hmm.
Doris born 1941. Ruth 43. No, Elsie 43. And Ruth, no, 42 Elsie was born. 43 Ruth. Then we never young Tomo come along in 45. And Philip come along in 46. And Lorraine 1950.
So you had one son?
Two sons.
2 sons, that's right. Well, did you live in Norseman most of those years, or what?
No, 1944.
Yeah.
44 we packed up. I was driving the diesel trucks. They shook me to pieces.
You used to, down in Norseman, that's
Norseman,
what you...
yeah.
You're working, when you first said you were there, you were on the...
on the butterfly mine.
Yeah, but did you stay there all that time, or have other jobs?
No, I only stuck the butterfly mine from 35 to 44.
Did you?
Between time when the war broke out,
yeah.
I joined up in the army,
yeah.
But I got man-powered out. Deputy Director of Manpower, Mr. Sitfold, and Pope from here. Mm. They said, you got to go shearing. You're a shearing contractor. I'm a shearer. So I had to go and run right out to Eucla. Not to Eucla, to Mondraba, 60 miles this side of the border. And I had to go and report to the magistrate, the registrar in Northern after the war broke out. That is Keith Hawke. He's the magistrate down in Fremantle now. So I had to report to him every time I come back.
So actually you were told what to do in that time?
Oh yeah, I had to go and shear him, how long I was shearing. So I was man-powered out of the army to go
as a shearer?
Yeah,
they were very short of them, were they?
Oh, they're short of them everywhere. Mm. So anyway, I went in and sheared him. I used to do the run mallee, then come back and work on the butterfly mine. And I said to me, Keith Hogg, he said, where you been last week and fortnight? I said, that's my business where I've been last fortnight. He says, oh, he said, we don't worry. Well, I said, if you don't want it, I said, you can put me in jail. I didn't worry.
So you did that till the war finished?
Till 44, no, war was still on.
Yeah, and in 44 what'd you do?
I said, 44 I went to Esperance. Mm. 44 I went to Esperance and I took up a wood yard there and I sat for my master's ticket and I got it. Mm. Master of Harbour and River certificate. Mm. So I got that and I run a launch down there.
What were you doing with the launch?
Oh, they were taking passengers out.
Yeah. Fishing and pleasure cruises?
Huh?
Pleasure cruises and for fishing, did you?
Yeah, pleasure cruises and fishing.
Mm. How long did you keep that up?
45, The boat went out. The end of 45. Wait a minute now, 46.
Was it your boat?
No, I belonged to a bloke named Adrian Stacey. I was leasing it off him, see. And he was named 45. 46 I come up here on the old flyer on the Friday night from Esperance. Up here, I got off this railway station here, and who should I meet walking? I'll come up looking for a job. Who should I meet? Dick Pascoe. He said, "What are you doing about? I'm looking for a job. You can start straight away," he says. Because he knew I'd been truck driver in Norfolk, Dick Pascoe. You can start straight away. Oh, I said, cut it out. I said, I've been sitting up in the train coming up from Esperance. And he said to me, right, you should start tomorrow morning. I went out to buy banks of friends of ours out at South Kalgoorlie, next to the South Kalgoorlie fire station. And who should, at 12 o'clock, Vi said to me, he says, Tom, there's somebody knocking at the door. And there's a man at the door. So I went down and looked at it, it was all Archie Wright.
Was this 12 o'clock at night?
No, in the daytime. In the daytime. Flyers get in about 7:30 or 8 o'clock in the morning, you see.
Yeah.
And this is at Archie Wright. He said, I've got a job for you, Tom. Of course, I knew them, you see. I used to work here for old Tommy Rental years ago.
He had stables, didn't he?
He had stables. He had his buggy, horse and buggy and cart. I got the photo of when I used to take the starting horse down to the race course for the starter.
How old were you then?
That's in their 20s.
So you did spend time up here then in the 20s?
Eh?
You must have spent some time in Kalgoorlie in the 20s then?
Oh, yes, yeah. I was up here. I worked here for Tommy Rental for a while.
Was that before you went over east to the Adelaide?
No, when I come back from
When you
Adelaide,
come
in
back.
1924. 25, just remember.
So you actually...
Anyway, old Archie Wright comes to me. He says, oh, I got a job for you, Tom. I said, no. I said, Dick, I got to start at Dick tomorrow. No, he said, I went and saw Dick. Want a truck driver. So he said, come and see me. Well, he said to me, I said, oh, gee. I said, no, Archie, I'm going to do it. No, he says, I'll tell you what. I want a load of hay to go to Leonora this afternoon.
This is Wright's down here.
Yeah, right here. Load of hay, you see. And he said, you what's name? Could you take that load up this afternoon? Well, I said, I don't know, but Dick, no, Dick and I talked it over. I'm going to borrow you off Dick. So I said, oh, gee, I don't know. I said, half a day. No, he said, I'm going to pay you from 8 o'clock this morning. So I jumped in the truck and went up to Leonora. Come back, I was still tired.
Well, who the hell had want hay in Leonora at that time? That would be 1940 something, was it? 45.
45, you're 46.
Oh, for the sheep and that. Yeah,
sheep and that, yeah. No, it wasn't for race horse.
No, I'm thinking it was.
Of course, some agent of I dumped it up there. When I come back here, and I worked for old Ted Pinner.
What does he do?
You know the Pinners that's from here? Ted Pinner?
The only Pinners I know, there's a Mrs. Pinner over here at the chiropodist, but I don't know if that's that family.
Old Lou Pinner used to be a ganger in the town. There used to be sandalwooding here, Ted Pinner. I worked with Ted Pinner here. Yeah. And I worked there and I carted stuff to the brewery. Yeah. Malt and that. And knows when the 3 minutes to 10 o'clock, that's drink time. They're down to it. And old Bill, what's name was the hoist driver there? He's set for Parliament. He's down at Bell's now. Bill, I can't think of his name. Anyway. Down goes the thing, and I had to stop and wait. And go and have your pot of beer, or a couple of pots of beer, and come back and unload the truck, and I was carting the railway station. Then I went with what's name, Pascoe for a while, carting making a CP, you know the CP pocket legs? I was carting rubbish, mullock, and putting that ramp around.
Oh, get the CP.
At the CP mine. Then, of course, I went to the North Kalgoorlie. That's right, I left Pascoe. I said, oh, now money's not good enough. So I went and saw Peyton. Ernie Peyton used to be engineer of the North Kalgoorlie. And he used to go out in the boat with me in Esperance. He said, what are you doing? I'm looking for a job. He said, you can start tomorrow. So I got a job with him. And I went on the trucks there, and then we were putting up the CP poppet legs. He said, we want a hoist driver over the poppet legs, over the CP. So we also went there, and I had a hoist driver there, old Jiddo Earl and Paddy Hall. Of course, you couldn't see just on 300 feet high, you know. There's a way that thing you're putting the girders in, you know. You've got what they call a podgy bar, get near the hole, and they push it in, you see, and that bolted. From there, I saw Dick Martin, a friend of mine, used to be in Esperance. We used to go down Esperance quite often. And I said, Dick, any chance of a job over there? Well, he's come over tomorrow. I said, no, I've got to give a week's notice here. I'll come over. I worked day shift on the North Kalgoorlie. I told Ernie Payton that I was going to the North, to the Great Boulder. So I went there, worked here in the morning, took a double trip, started afternoon shift when I knocked off at 3 o'clock here, and went over and started underground on the Great Boulder.
You know, earlier you said that boat sank. How did that happen while you were with it?
Well, yeah, when we went out near Black Island,
and
the crankshaft broke.
Yeah. How far out would Black Island have been?
12 miles.
Yeah.
And all I could do, you remember old Ted King used to be working at the post office here? You must.
I know a Ted King who is not a relation of mine.
No.
A relation of mine. He's over 80 and he's sick in hospital now. That's the only Ted King I know.
He used to work at the post office here for years.
I don't know.
Finish up. You remember old Barney? What's that to work at the post office?
I don't see. I lived up in the Murchison for many years, so I wouldn't have known.
So anyway, we went down there, and of course I only had a sail up. I left my sail on, but I had to get it mended with Tommy Hearn. And I put up 3 women's coats, and we sailed down to the beach of Stockyard Creek.
You had to get some coats off some of your passengers to put
I had to rob the passengers for the coats. And so I put it up on the yard arms, you see, and we sailed down there. And I anchored, of course, always pulled a dinghy with me. Mm. And I landed them all safe on the beach. Oh, you've got a long way to walk. I'd never been better than walking under the sea. So, my brother Barney was there and his wife, Reen. And Barney walked in and got his ute, so came out to Lassiter. Lassiter Bay there, what's that? At the rocks there, near Bandy Creek. And we all jumped in the bus and went in.
So actually you landed them on the mainland.
Oh my very word, how to land it.
Oh, that's right. Well, and anyway, the boat sank then, did it?
No, I mean, rough sea come up and I said to Bob Douglas, and it's just too rough to go out and tow it in. You see? Well, we went out and had a look, she was rough, we couldn't tow it in. Mm. So anyway, we got, what's name? It got that rough and got swamped and bumped in the bottom and broke to pieces.
Oh, bad luck. So that was bad luck for both of you, the owner.
Oh, yeah. She didn't, that's when I come from Northern.
Anyway, when you went to work on the Great Boulder here, how long did you stick at that job?
Oh, I worked from 46 to 53.
Mm-hmm.
I worked on the Great Boulder, off and on.
Mm.
What's the name? I had to go out cattle mustering.
Where did you do that?
Oh, I had to go up to Earlson Station. You see, I used to work for, elders used to borrow me from the mines to go out to shearing or cattle mustering and things. You see, I went up in 54, I went up and mustered for Earlson cattle. Mm-hmm. There was when the first train load we sent away was 250, and there was only 36 branded ones. I had to brand the lot to all clean skins.
Who had Earlston then?
Cuthbert Porter.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's Porter and Jolly. But at that time, Jimmy Barrett, do you remember Jimmy Barrett?
Yeah.
He was a manager up there. And Cuthbert Porter bought Jolly out. Used to be Hennessy, Jolly, and Porter. And so, what's the name? I went up and busted the cattle and I done all right out of it. And
did they pay you sort of like contract, did they?
Oh, yes, they paid me wages. I wouldn't go up there. Sid Thompson, you remember Sid Thompson, manager elders here?
No.
Well, Ted Dobson was the manager, he broke him in. Of course, before this, I mustered all the cattle from Binringy, Talbot, Lakewood Firewood Company, and Pryor's. Gibraltar, right around there. I mustered the lot, you see.
For elders, were they all for elders or just brothers?
Oh, elders used to have the contract, you see, and they used to sublet the contract to me.
I see.
£2 a head.
Ah, so they paid your wage and then £2 a head to get them in.
Yeah.
You'd have to have some. You'd have to have some incentive.
Oh yeah, I mean they're very good to me. Every time there's a shearing job, I went out and mustered pigeon out here too. Because when I mustered Earls and Earlson, I went back down January then. So I mustered Earlson, then I come out here and just go back to work on the mine again in 48. That big rainfall, remember that?
That's right.
January or February, February, I think, 48. So Sid Thompson come to me, he said, oh Tom, he says, what's the name? I went to muster pigeon cattle for Acton Adams. Oh, I said, no, I said, not enough, I said, there's only about 20 or 30 head of cattle. He said, what about £7 a head to muster them? Well, I said, I got no horses. He said, I'll get some horses. So, well, I went, because my job was in the mine all the time, you see.
So you could go, they'd let you go and come back?
Oh, yeah, I mean, they're between themselves, they're working.
But what sort of work were you doing underground?
On the machines.
On the machines.
Scrapers, driving machines. And one night, and then he come round to me, he says, oh, he said, I'm in a bit of bother. He said, I got some sheep down from Leonora for Kennedy when they started Mungary, you see. He said, they let the sheep go, and all the sheep are going straight in the bush. What about coming out and mustering for us? Well, I said, listen, Sid, I said, a bit rough, isn't it? Let them go in the open country. Never put them in the paddock. It was they let them out the side, and they went everywhere. So anyway, Sid come up. I said, oh no. He said, I've already rang up Sid Walker. So I went down. He took me down at 12 o'clock at night.
Did he?
Yeah. Kennedy was down there. Of course, the sheep wasn't signed for. You see, they still under this thing. The loss of the sheep would be Elder Smith's fault. You see. Well, Kennedy was caught. I got them all barn. 22, I think it was. Oh, hot weather too. So he gave me.
Who used to help you with it?
Huh?
Who used to help you with the mastering?
Oh, I used to pick my own men. You see, I have two half-caste jokers from here, Rupert Newman and Len Newman. I used to carry them as my stockmen. Then I had Freddie Clark and Paddy Clark.
Now, some of these boys would see a name like Newman. Yeah. And you often hear them with a name like stations. Do they always call themselves after the stations or the people or what?
Oh, they're usually named after anybody that brought them up.
Is that how they got their
name? Yeah, that's how most of them got their name, you see.
Yeah, I mean, Newman, not Newland, yeah. I'm just thinking, you often hear these, names and they remind you of somebody from a station.
Yeah, they're all on the station. Say if they got young blokes, I'll call him Newman or something like that, you see. That's how they get their name. That's years ago, mind you.
Not now, but those years they'd often have the same name as the people that were the station.
That's right, with the station or anywhere at all, whatever contractors or whatever they were.
After you did all your mastering, how long was it before you got mixed up with the Vermin Board then, or the agricultural board?
Let me see now. 56, I think it was. 1956. Johnny Carlisle's come to me and says, you want a job with the Vermin Board?
You're still on the Great Boulder and going in and out?
No, in and out, yeah. I mean, sometime I think, of course I went down, Sid Thompson used to be the pest. He used to come down and say, oh, Tom, he said, I got some shearing down here for you. You want land down here, and we were living in, before we lived up in, what's that, before 1950. No, that's right, year 50, because Lorraine was born. And Sid says, Keo and Jessup want a shearer down there, Tom. 6 o'clock in the morning. He said to Mum, Mum, we've got a cup of tea going. He said, we've got a cup of tea going. And I said, yeah, got a cup of tea. What do you want? Oh, he said, where's Tom? Oh, he's just getting ready to go to work. But he needn't go to work because he says, I've got a job for him, shearer. Of course, they've already made arrangements with the mine management out of the Great Boulder, so I went down to a grass patch. Sure for Keo and Jessup. Jessup and Keo. So anyway, then with the Vermin Board, 1956, end of 56, the big thunderstorm, of course, I went out kicking dogs, you see.
This is before you joined the Vermin Board.
Yeah, well, I joined the Vermin Board out north of Forest.
Did you?
Johnny Carlisle said, what about coming to catching all these dogs? I got about 200 women dogs, you see.
Did you see him in here or in Calgary?
No, he would pest me all the before that to go, join him.
Yeah.
So I went out there and I said, oh, well, I said, I'm dogging. Well, you might get a bit of wages. So
you were dogging for yourself and then you decided to do
Yeah, I joined up out at Forest.
At Forest.
Out north of Forest. Joined up from there and I've been with them then till 19... Oh no, I chucked it in a couple of times. I chucked it in a couple of times and every time I chucked it in, they asked me to go back again. So I went back. I went there, one trip was for 1936, no, 66. 66, we went up there shearing. I went to the shearing team. Mum was cooking the shearing team and I was expert. No sooner I landed back from up there down here.
Where did you go? Right up to up north?
Yeah, no, we went up to Mount Crawford.
Yeah.
Then down to Tommy Lowe's place, Mount Remarkable. Mount Remarkable, we went to Black Range. Was it Black Range? Yeah, Black Range. Then we went up to, not Mullabor, Murrawar.
Yeah.
Then we come up down to Paddy Collins, down to Ida Valley. Then on to Smart's place, Minningu. And then when I left, I had a bit of a blue with the shearers. And didn't have exactly a blue, but they started, like, and I said, oh, I'm not worried. And I said, oh, I'll send the contractor, Senate, Senate, what's his name? Todd Senate. I said, oh, I can't be bothered. He said, what about letting the cook come? I said, no, wherever the cook goes, I go. I said, well, wherever I go, she goes. We bought a new ute then, so we had a ute. So when I get back here, they were asking Doris all done when Dad's coming back. I chucked my job in to a bloke that's reckon he knew more than what I do. I believe you know more, so you go ask. Because I've never been short of a job in my life.
You chucked it in on the shearing, you mean?
Huh? Yeah, no, I chucked the vermin.
The vermin,
That's how I was with the vermin board before that, you see.
Yeah.
Then Cliff broke up. He said, what about coming down and join us? He said, we want somebody, they're in trouble down Southern Cross and Westonia. I said, what's the thing? He said, it'll be combine.
What does the combine mean?
That means APB, Agricultural Protection Board, and the two shires.